Hi Art Company, this is going to be a tutorial for our newly updated as of 2021 Art Company hairstyle. So we'll start by brushing out the hair that we're going to braid. I know for curly girls it's not necessarily the first thing we want to do, brushing out all those curls, but in order to do this French braid we got to brush them out just a little bit. And then we want to make a middle part all the way from the front of our head to the nape of the neck. There's a million tutorials on YouTube for French braiding, but how I like to do it is section off 3 sections of the hair and then taking the outside section, crossing it over the middle section, and then each time we do that we're going to add hair into that outside section before we cross it over. So it's really as simple as that. We want to make sure too that we're pulling the hair really close to the head, so you're gonna kind of have to pull a little harder than might be comfortable for some, so keep that in mind that we need to make this nice and tight so that it'll stay for stage all day, so really pull that hair close to the head as best you can. Then once I get to the nape of the neck, I'm just going to take all of the hair and start regular braiding it down all the way to the end, and we're going to loosely tie that section off while we work on the other side of the head. That braid is not going to stay because we're going to make it into a ponytail, so the braid on the ends of the hair does not have to be perfect. That braid is not going to last, but I just like to do that to keep it out of my way for the other side, and it keeps it all nice and tight together. Then we're just going to repeat this entire process on the other side of the head, braiding from the front of the head all the way down to the nape of the neck, tying it off in a loose braid at the ends, and then we'll move on to our final steps. If you have a hard time French braiding or can't French braid or need some help with this hairstyle, feel free to reach out to one of the faculty members. There's a bunch of us that are really good at doing French braids, so we can definitely help you and your dancer out on the day of the show. Just make sure to coordinate with us before the day of the show so that we know that we have to do some hair before they go onto stage. Now we've finished up braiding both sides. We're going to take both of those braids together, and I had a little section in the middle here left over, so we're going to gather all of the hair up and tie it with a nice big hair tie. Since we have curly, thicker hair, we want to make sure that we have a hair tie that's going to actually hold our hair. If you need to use 2 hair ties, go for it. And then we'll take those braids out once our hair is tied together and brush through that ponytail to make it all nice and smooth together. Then I'm just taking some bobby pins to fix any mistakes that I made. I love French braids for this reason. It's super easy to hide your mistakes. So if you have any lumps, bumps, bubbles, it's really easy to kind of pull them up and tuck that bobby pin into the braid, and you won't be able to tell at all. Then we're going in with some hairspray to smooth out flyaways. Now Tori had some really stubborn baby hairs, so we're also going to go in with hair gel. So if you need to go in with hair gel as well, that's going to help get those really stubborn little baby hairs and make sure that they stay nice and smooth in our style. And there's our final look. For our ballet dancers, we would wrap this up into a bun. And if you have a hairpiece for your dance, we would put that onto the left side of our head on that braid.